Alright guys, so the purpose of the CabKing is to polish some beautiful stones over time. In buying collections over the years, I've gotten a lot of stones that are partially finished. Things that were cut, they were maybe dremeled. And so we're going to take this one today. I'm going to throw it to the wheels and try to see if I can clean it up. It'll be a full wraparound. This will probably be gone. I'll probably remove this nub, and it won't be much left of this one, but we'll try to repair what somebody was working on and didn't finish. So I'll show you the results when it's all done. Here we go. All right, I just want to show it while it's wet here. Now I've made the shape on the 80 grit wheel in the CabKing. Definitely lost a good amount of the stone, but fixed up that area where that peel was, where it wasn't finished, and there were some fractures. Kind of been chasing a few fractures on this one, just trying to make it look nice. So I'm going to hit the 220 wheel next and probably kind of finish the final rounding of it, and then we'll be more into just getting on all of those minute scratches here and making it look real pretty at the end. Real good. I wanted to just show the stone as it was dry to show the scratches that come from that 80 grit wheel. And on the 220, we're going to be kind of minimizing those a little bit more, working different directions. And then finally, when we get under that 280, all those scratches should be gone. The rule around here is if you're going across the motor, there better not be any scratches. So I'll show you guys the progress off the next wheels. Here we go. Okay, we are kind of through on the 220. We'll move into the 280 next. Give this a little rinse before I hit that 280 wheel, and we'll be sanding out kind of the scratches you can see there. Stone's starting to turn out pretty nice. I don't know how it's going to end up at the end. It's more of a rescue mission, if anything, so we'll see how it goes. Real good. All right, we are pretty well through the 280 here. There's a decent amount of scratches. I don't know how many I want to fight and for how long. It's definitely an improvement. I'm going to show you guys an old Lapidary's trick here and take a marker and mark those scratches so I can kind of slowly work away at them. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a sec. Here we go. Okay, I've just applied a little bit of permanent marker, not to the whole face of all the scratches. I know I'm going to work those out as I get these deeper ones out, but just kind of marked around where I've got scratches showing on the face that I want to turn out nice. So I'm going to throw that to the wheels and it'll work away that top cover and just reveal the ink down in those light scratches. So we'll work on those next. Here we go. Okay, I've worked away the excess of that permanent. You can see where those scratches are. It will sometimes fill in some of the fractures. Just a little denatured alcohol will usually remove that. I got to hit that spot still. So just kind of an example of showing you what I'm going to try to be working through to get this a nice smooth face on the CabKing. Here we go. Okay, I worked this down pretty good. I've been on it for quite a while, so I may just have to say I got to deal with a few scratches here and there. They're very light, so I'm going to try to work them a little bit more here on that 280 wheel, and then we will move on to the 600. Cool, real good. Okay, I got a bit picky, but I'm going to leave a few of these scratches in here. It's a smaller stone, and this will probably just be one of mine. Again, still learning, still moving and grooving along, but it's definitely improved quite a bit. So let's move over to the 600 wheel. I'm just going to go to the 6, the 1500, and the 3000. And we're going to have this at a nice shine, and then it's on to the live show. Here we go. Okay, we are through the 600. I made this backside a little bit more on the 600. We're moving over the 1500. Like I said, I left some scratches behind, but it's kind of one of those things of how long do I want to sit and work on this smaller Lake Spear agate here. So we're going to put it on the 1500, and I'll show the progress. Here we go. All right. Pretty much through the 1500, getting a nice shine to it. We'll go over to the 3000. I don't think I'll get to final polish of 14,000 today. Like I said, there's some scratches, but a little mineral oil, a little polish should take care of that. Definitely an improvement. So let's get that last wheel done, and I will show you guys the result. Here we go. All right, here we go. Some nice shadows in this one, right down there in the bottom. A little hard to see in that little bit of glare. A little bit to fix there, but this came out pretty darn good. I lost a lot of the stone, but definitely an improvement from the half-worked that it was. So, like I said, just kind of going to start turning some of the stones that may have gotten worked partially and try to at least get them to something that is beautiful like this one here. Like I said, some scratches and stuff, but this is one of probably my first 25 stones that I've done. So it is a learning curve of all times, and hopefully we'll get better and better as we go. And we're off to the live show. And this stone, actually, I think I'm going to toss in the live show tonight. Here we go.